Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over my overall opinions on where I think the stock market is going in the near term. And keep in mind, these are my opinions. I'm going over the technical analysis and just kind of my overall thought process on where I think we may be headed. Make sure that you do your own research before you invest in anything. And also, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. And we're close to hitting our next milestone, but we're not quite there yet. If you enjoy the video, if you appreciate the content, give us a subscribe. It really helps us out tremendously on the channel. So let's get into it. So although experts are saying that this was an overblown reaction move to the downside, which typically it is, right? In the stock market, everything's either an overreaction down or up. And they're saying that it's ready to rip and go through all-time highs. And I'm here to tell you that I disagree with that for the temporary time frame, just because technically speaking, but also things that could be happening in the markets in the near future. Okay, so first of all, we're going to look at the technicals, and I'm going to tell you why I think that we're going to continue to move down and kind of trade in this downward direction. All right, so as you see here, we had a pretty decent recovery, and we bounced from that 5103 level, and we had a nice recovery rally here. This golden cross indicator, this is, look how close we got, guys, to breaking below. And that would then confirm a lot bigger move to the downside. Now this is a good sign that we didn't cross underneath, right? And we got back above this resistance level of 5402.29. But let's take a look at where we are technically speaking. We had a nice rip to the upside. We're almost at overvalued territory. The MACD indicator is going to cool down at some point. Could be today, could have a little tiny pullback in the markets. We could hold support definitely at 5402 and then rip up higher, absolutely. However, if we break below that 5402 level and then we continue to trade down and we go and retest that 5236 level, then this right here, these two indicator lines could cross and this line come underneath, and that signals typically we have a lot more room for downside than upside for sure. Now, again, this is just my opinion, so it could, again, just have a slight pullback and continue to move higher. But think about the things that are still kind of looming out there in the markets. Election cycle. The monkeypox disease was just labeled a global health emergency. Do you remember what happened the last time we had something labeled as a global health emergency? And what happened to the markets whenever it started shutting down and all this stuff? I'm not saying it's going to get that bad. I'm just saying it's a possibility that this can spook the markets. The rate cuts, they're talking about having rate cuts, but they haven't happened yet. What if they don't happen? What if they wait and prolong it another month? That's going to be a negative thing. I'm not saying they will. It's probably a very low possibility that they will. But what if they do? The tensions in the Middle East are still there, people. All that really hadn't come to fruition yet. And just on top of everything with the election cycle, Trump has his hearing, his sentencing in September. Okay, that's not far off. That's a few weeks off. If he gets sentenced and put in jail, the market is going to tank like you would not believe. All right, it's going to recover, but it's going to fall. I can promise you that. All right, so that's something to keep in mind. If those things happen, just outside of the technicals, you can see this thing fall dramatically in a very short period of time. So I'm not convinced that we're going to continue to move higher just yet. I really feel like we're going to break below this 5402 level, come back down and retest the 5236 level at some point, and then we may consolidate there. Or if we fall below there, we may fall back down to the 51 level and consolidate there and just kind of trade sideways. I'm just not convinced that we're done falling down yet. I really just feel like this is going to be some type of trap for people to feel like, oh, everything's fine, I'm getting back in, and then it's going to fall back down. We could spike up a little bit higher before that happens, but I do think overall we're going to fall down. Okay, let's take a look at Amazon. We're going to take a look at Amazon, Tesla, and Nvidia really quickly just to kind of go over their technical analysis. As you see, Amazon fell as low as about 150 bucks, have a nice rally to about $170. Your support now is about 165, your resistance at 172. we don't get above 172.11, we're going to probably fall back down to the 160 levels, which is okay. We could just continue to trade sideways there before moving forward, but I'm just kind of showing people, if you're looking to get in, those are the levels that you're looking to watch. And we are actually about to change over from bullish to bearish. As you see, the MACD indicator is about to switch over, so you're going to see a little bit of pullback from this stock in general, in my opinion. We're going to look at NVIDIA next. NVIDIA, we got all the way back up to 118.08. We're pretty close to that support level, and resistance level of 118.41. If we get rejected, you can probably see it going back down to about $100 again, which is a strong possibility, considered we're pretty close to overvalued at the moment. And then also Tesla. Tesla's probably going to trade, in my opinion. We're going to kind of just go back and forth to 190 to 200, 190 to 200, just my personal opinion, and just kind of keep going up and down, up and down, up and down until the markets kind of recover. I will say this, if Trump wins the election, I think this stock is going to start moving just because of Elon supporting Trump. Again, everything in the market's an overreaction, right? Overreaction to the upside, overreaction to the downside. I think that if that does happen, then this stock is going to start moving significantly just off of that type of news. And, like I said, overreaction. So those are some things to kind of keep an eye out for as far as news-wise, the stuff I mentioned earlier. And these are just some of the technicals that I'm showing you here. I wanted to kind of give you a heads up and give you my opinion on that. So let me know your comments below, guys. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.